Welcome to Auntie's Parenting Tidbits, life hacks for the perfectly imperfect parent. Well, depending on where you live, you have the choice of whether to send your kid to school or not. And we all have to make this choice. I happen to live in Missouri, and we were given the choice 3 days ago of whether we wanted to send our kids into the building or have them do distance learning, online learning. I personally chose online learning because my child has a compromised immune system, and he is very easy to get sick. And he also has asthma, which makes him very susceptible to COVID. Um, he is a child that gets the flu shot and still gets the flu, and it usually takes him out for a week. So, didn't want him back in the building. So, there are some um, states I know that are um, going back into buildings. There are some that are given the choice. So there are parents who are having to make this choice. We are back. We're in back to school season, so we're having to make this choice. So which choice do you make? That is up to you. And no matter which choice you make, it does not make you a bad parent. It is your choice. It depends on your child. Every child is different. No parent should judge another parent based on what choice they make. Did you hear what I said? No parent gets to judge another parent based on the choice they make because you are not in their household. You do not know their child. You don't know what's going on in that household. You don't know why they made that choice. That choice is what's best for their household. You make the choice that's best for your household. We are not here to judge. We are just here to help each other stand up and be better parents. I don't know how we do that if we're going to judge each other. It is a hard decision. It is one that we think about. You think about how many cases are going on in your state, how many people are getting sick around you. Do you have any risk factors in your house? Like in mine, I live with my parents who are both 60 and older. They both have risk factors. My mother's had a stroke. My father has diabetes, among other things. So, they both have risk factors. I'm my mother's caretaker during the day. And so I definitely didn't want to have my children who are off to school go to school and bring it in, especially if they're carriers and they don't get it. Never mind the fact that I have a child, two children, who have compromised immune systems. Then I have a almost 3-year old who was supposed to start uh, preschool, and I didn't want him in preschool either, not until second semester, if we have a vaccine, because I honestly, he's never had a health concern, but I don't know how his little body would handle it if he got it. I don't know if he would be asymptomatic, if he would be one of the kids who have the sores. I don't know how his body would handle it. I don't want to find out. I'm not one of the parents who overthink it when, I'm out and about in the grocery stores or, doing whatever I need to do when I'm out. But then you throw my kids in the mix and I am overthinking it. I don't think we should be back in schools yet. I don't think the teachers should be back in the schools. I know they want to be back in the schools. I would love for my kids to be back in the schools because they're driving. They have been driving me crazy since they were sent home in March. I would love for them to be back at school and driving their teachers crazy. I know the teachers would love for them to be back in school because most teachers teach because they actually love the job. It sure is not for the pay. But I don't think it's safe for the teachers to be there, let alone for the students to be there. So, um, I didn't want my child there. I don't want the teachers there because I actually really love the teachers in my kids' school and I don't want them to end up sick. And so I don't want my kid to end up sick. I don't want the teachers to end up sick. I don't want them there. I don't have a say so in whether they go back. I only have a say so in whether my kid goes back. I don't think it's safe yet. When you add my kid to the mix, I don't think it's safe. So these are the things that went through my head as I'm reading all this information they sent me about both options of sending my kid in the building or letting him stay at home. And I chose to let him stay at home and do the online learning. I can't make that decision for the other parents. I couldn't make the decision for the teachers. You know, they had to go in. They wanted to go in. They'll be masked up, gloved up. They've got all these precautions, and I hope it keeps them safe. But, like, I don't want them sick. I don't want any of the kids to get sick. I definitely don't want my kid to get sick. But I can only take care of my kid. So I made the decision. And that's what you have to do. You have to think about your child and your household and what's going to be best for you and not judge other people for what they do in their household and what's best for them. Because you're not in that household and you have no idea what's going on or what process they went through. But I am off my soapbox. Make your decision in good health. Please stay in good health. Please wear masks when you're out. Please wear gloves when you're out. If you don't have gloves, please use hand sanitizer. Please wash your hands. Please listen to We Posted Up the podcast. It has 3 very smart men talking about subjects from a man's point of view. You can catch it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, among others. It's a really good show. You'll thank me for it later. Keep in mind, it is from a man's point of view. They do talk about their children and how they are imperfectly imperfect parents, which is why I'm promoting it. We posted up the podcast. Anyway, off my soapbox. We'll be seeing you. Bye.
Just, just subscribe to Mommy's channel.